Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Fuel for Thought podcast, a podcast by myself, Will, and
myself, Fran.
And who are we to each other?
We are siblings. He's my brother. I'm his little sister.
Yep.
As he always likes to remind me.
And yeah, we're going to be bringing you sort of the latest F1 news, drama, discussions.
Opinions.
Just thoughts of two people from the south of England in their mid-20s. And hopefully we can bring an interesting dynamic, sort of being siblings and everything. And yeah.
Give our opinions, see if you agree or disagree with them. I mean, we probably would agree on most things.
Yeah, I guess so.
But we could have arguments as we're siblings.
I guess that brings us on to, I suppose, a more interesting point. Who is your favourite team?
Who's my favourite team?
Yes.
This is an interesting point.
Yeah.
Because I would say I have two favourite teams.
Yeah, I think you more so than me.
Yeah.
But my reasoning for the second one is purely location-based.
Yeah. So I was originally a Mercedes fan, and I still am a Mercedes fan. But I'm also a McLaren fan, and I would say I'm more so a McLaren fan now.
You reckon?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Are you just a Lando fan?
I do like Lando. I think so. Because George and Lando are both my favourite drivers, but I think Lando kind of takes the win. But I still very much support George, and I very much support Mercedes. But
Fair.
McLaren is our local team.
It is. We grew up not too far away from Woking, so my main team is Mercedes. Probably tell from the hats.
Don't think they can see the hat, but that's okay.
There you go. Reason being is when I was growing up, I remember seeing all over the news Lewis Hamilton overtaking Glock on that last lap in 2008 and thinking, oh man, this young kid's our British hero, and obviously being an impressible kid, you know, you want the British hero to win. So that sort of memory sticks out to me in my head. So when I watched it on and off throughout the years, but I think started watching properly 2019, 2020, obviously nothing to do during COVID, you know, really gave me a chance to get into F1 properly again. And that's why I support Mercedes. So it's going to be interesting next year when he moves, but we'll talk about that in a future episode.
We sound very patriotic, supporting all the British drivers.
When you're a kid, it's just like, you know,
yeah.
You're like in tennis, you wanted Andy Murray to win because when he was winning, he was British.
True,
when he was losing, he was Scottish.
I feel like when I was younger, I didn't really watch much F1.
Yeah.
But Lewis Hamilton was obviously a household name.
Yeah.
But I kind of got it into it through Will. So
yeah. Well, I mean, when Hamilton and Button were on the same team, I was like, oh my god, the two British champions on the same team, that's awesome. Like the kid in me, how old was I? 2009, I was like 14, so
yeah. Our uncle likes it as well, so
yeah. And he's a Mercedes fan. We're a family of Mercedes fans, except my own girlfriend who's a Red Bull fan, so a bit of tension in my house. But yeah, so that's a quick intro from us. Hopefully you can get a little bit of a dynamic of how we kind of interact. Okay, so where can they find us on social media then, Fran?
You can find us on Instagram, X, or Twitter, same thing. TikTok. I think that's it.
Yeah, YouTube.
Hopefully you're watching this on YouTube, or you might be listening on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. Yeah. Hello from...
wherever we decide to put this.
Yeah.
But what's the handle?
The handle to all of our social media is Fuel for Thought _F1. Remember the underscore.
All right. Well, that's it. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed our first video and see you in the next one. Cheers.
Please follow.